All right. What? I need to check something. So let's scale our warriors. So save that. Run this. Okay, this is done. Now I'm gonna use keystroke. So there's a way you can do it here. It's just to position my little anime. So I'll do that. See, left. Okay, I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to use the arrow function and player dot move, and then oops. Let's see, moving, and because it's left, so it needs to be a negative 0. I'll tell you why we put 0, because we're going to define the speed. Okay, so one second. Cost moving. It's not minus moving. It's only minus. So it's const moving. Is equal to, let's say, 200. So minus only because it's left. So the const, the bar, whatever, is moving here. Okay. So let's do moving right. And pick. I'm so sorry, because it's right. So I'm gonna take the minus sign. Okay, so key down left enemy, because we have our enemy here, and this is our enemy that we want to make it move. So let's run that, and then with my key I can actually make it move right and make it move left. Okay. Okay, so now because it's a game, we actually need to have some score. So I'm going to put that in an object, in an array. So bracket, I'll have an object here. No, that's not good. Here you go. Object here, and then so it's just a normal object so that it doesn't get mixed up. Now we can actually create our schools. So for the school, const school, I'm gonna use the add value of Kaboom.js. Yeah, I'm gonna use an array. It's gonna be 0. I'm gonna position 50. I think I'm gonna do a port 2. My timer is getting earlier. I'm gonna use the UI here. And then oh shit, no. So value, let's start it with a value. Well, I guess we have to start it with a value of 0. Alright, here we go. So I run this, and this is my school. And if it's too little, you can actually change it and actually scale it. So if you want, you can use the scale method. Scale. And we want it way twice as big, which I think is twice as big. Run this, and it's bigger. Okay, let's do 3. It's too big. Okay, let's give it to 2. Alright, let's do 2. Okay, alright. Okay, now I'm gonna set a timer, so I'm gonna start by okay, const timer or time or clock, whatever, just whatever name you want. Is equal to, I'm gonna use the add method. So text is gonna be 0 again. So just put it 0. I thought it was backticks for some reason. I'm gonna position it so the width. What's wrong here? Okay, so the width. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna put it. Let's see how this goes. Scale. Oops. That was not what I wanted. I'm gonna scale it to 2 just for it to be in the same size as the 0. So I'm just going to scale it 2. And I'm going to use the same layer. Actually, let me grab that. Alright, and then let me set a time. For how long? So I'm gonna say time is equal to, let's put it timing. Okay, so let's define timing. Let's say 15 seconds. It's equal to, let's just say 15 seconds. Alright, let's run that. Here you go. I thought 100 wouldn't do it, but it does. It's a little bit. It's alright. It's alright. So now we're gonna make some action, and sorry, so you'll see a different kind of tab here. The reason, okay, let me just do that and I'll explain to you why I have this, and it's going to be a really good thing, especially if you're running into trouble. So actions is another Kaboom option. So I'm just gonna do that. Open that up. I'm just going to use the arrow function. I was going to say the arrow key. Okay, function. The timer of the timing, because I'm using this. So timer dot timing. This dot time, the last frame, and I know, just bear with me one moment. I'm just going to explain and why I took the documentation out. I'm very new to this as well, so sometimes I run in trouble and I just really don't understand what's going on. Timer timing. Okay, sure. Okay, so I didn't know what delta times is, so I just Google is your best friend. But then actually when you go in Kaboom, this, remember how I click on that for the environment. Kaboom actually has a documentation, so let me just redo it again. So I went on the document. I went on the documentation. So you have time here, and you have the wait, you have the loop, and then here you go. The queries. That's what I was looking for. So the delta time since the last framework. So this is what it is. Delta arrow key. This is what we did. Delta time. Let's run this. None. What's that none? Let me find out what's going on here. I found out what the issue was. It was this. I had timing when it should have been time for this. So this was my mistake. Oh, shit. Let me find time for this. Timer. Time. Okay. 15. Okay. So I'll just stop that here. So I got lost in my. So this is 15 seconds. I'm going to explain why I did things incorrectly. So this 15 seconds, it's because of here. You know how I put my const to 15 seconds? It's a time down. But if I want to see the time going, I shouldn't be calling this const. I should be calling this one because I'm calling the function within this. So I'm not calling the const timing, I'm calling the const timer. So the const timer is here, and what I'm looking for is time. So if I do timing, of course, I'm going to get 15 seconds because this is what it is. But if I want to count down, I should have put time. And if I do this, I have the countdown, and it's going to go down and down and down and down. My mistake. I'm learning as well. This is how we debug. Let's continue. Alright, this is a bit long, if you would agree with me. So there's a way to shorten it, and the way to shorten it is to fixed. So it's another trick that we have. Let's run this. Okay. Now, because it's a game, so you have a winner and a loser. So to be able to do that, we're going to write an if-else statement. So, yes, let's write the if statement. So if open timer okay, timer time, because this time, hope I'm doing it correctly. Yes, it's this one. Is, yeah, if this turns less than 0, then I go no, open bracket, yes, go lose, and then I take the score with me, value, right. Okay, yes, here you go. So you see how there's different scenarios and everything. So this is scene 1. So what happened is when you lose, it's going to take you like to another page. Exactly, if you had JavaScript, it would be like, for example, to the about page or something like that. So we're going to go to another scene, and scene is here. It's very easy. You just have to click here,